All right. Hey, welcome back, family, to another episode of Choosy Lover. You guys, so as we continue this series, so I started off, I was like, you know what? I feel like I need to introduce more characters. I have so many Sims in my save file that I feel have elaborate backstories, and I think a lot of my Sims in my save file fit the genre of the Choosy Lover series. I feel like the best kind of Sim stories have involved Sims of different ages, different, backgrounds, different ethnicities, but the storylines all connect. But anyways, so I bring you today Miss Candy Holbrook. Right now, Candy is up making herself some oatmeal. She is starving right now, you guys. I'm gonna just kind of give her a brief introduction. I'm not sure how long she's gonna last in this series, but I feel like I would be doing her a disservice if I did not introduce her to you all, because she is just absolutely freaking stunning, and I do mean stunning. Come on now, the face card never declines. Like, come on now, how you got a whole plant in front of your face and you still serving face? Y'all can't tell me this girl is not beautiful. So this is Miss Candy Holbrook. She does live alone. She lives here in San Mashuno, and if you guys remember, Derek met her at the hijinks festival the other day. And then they got to talking a little bit, getting to know each other, and then they did exchange numbers. As Derek learned, little Miss Candy is not employed, you guys. I don't have the right mod installed right now, but Candy she's a cosmetologist by day and a dancer by night. Yes, ma'am. See, I thought I was gonna be like, oh, she's a doctor, she's a nurse, she's all that. No. Baby, she's a dancer and she loves it. So let me give y'all a little tour, because y'all be talking about, ooh, I love the way you decorate and stuff. Yes, because I be taking my time, y'all. I like to decorate all my Sims homes to have like a very cozy feel and a lived in feel. Yes, we can have the white walls and the white cabinets and stuff, but I still need some personality. I need a little color. Y'all know what I'm saying? I need some type of personality. Okay, give me the personality. I be trying to tell y'all, put some more personality into your game. Yes, this is apartment, but there's 3 different units, as you can see here. So this unit over here is unoccupied, and then again, I'm gonna try to put this particular Simmer's user on the screen if you guys want to check out some of her builds. This over here is another unit where there is a bachelor that lives here. He is fast asleep right here, Mr. Anthony. So what I do, of course, is use Little Miss Sam's lock door 4 mod and stuff like that to separate the homes, and everything just functions pretty much the same. If you wanted to use a roommate system, you could also do that and pretend like, your roommate lives in this unit over here. So you guys see a crib over here in Miss Candy's apartment, and a little teddy bear over here, but have no fear, she does not have any children, okay? No, she's like, no kids for me, baby. So she doesn't have any children, but her sister does have a little boy, and sometimes she babysits her nephew. Since her nephew comes over quite often, the days that she's not working or whatever, she was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get a crib for this guy. She's not working today, so Mondays and Tuesdays she kind of uses as her off days to kind of chill and catch up on things that she needs to catch up on. So yes, the hair business and the dancing business has most definitely paid off, because homegirl has her own high rise. Okay, now eventually I do want her to create her own little LLC, since she is a cosmetologist. So later I'll have her to register with the Ministry of Labor. That way, whenever somebody asks her, what's your career, we won't just be saying unemployed. Like, she got a job, y'all. She worked for real. So right now she's just chilling. She's kind of browsing social media right now. She does have her own little social media page. She's looking for maybe some more potential clients and stuff like that. She's working on creating her own like little YouTube page and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she can show off her work, or Sim Talk page, so she can show off her work and get more clients, get more clientele. And just kind of get her name out there even more than what she already does. She's been getting a lot of clients here in San Mashuno, so that's been working in her favor. So she's been thinking about the guy that she met earlier, which is Mr. Derek. She doesn't usually do this, but she's gonna go ahead and shoot her shot. She's gonna go ahead and send him a text message first. Normally she wouldn't do anything like this. Like, she would always wait for the guy to do it, but I don't know, it was something about Derek that made her go like, oh my gosh, like, he is so sweet. Like, he wasn't like thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Like most guys would like just be all over her and being all thirsty and stuff like that. And he was very easy to talk to. It's me, Candy from yesterday. Just wanted to see if you were serious about getting lunch or coffee later or whatever. So we are gonna cross our fingers and we're gonna see if Derek replies. But come on now, why wouldn't he not reply to this beautiful lady? Okay, you guys. Well, so it looks like Candy's forwardness paid off because as soon as Derek got the text message from Candy, he was like, "Hey, I'm actually taking a late lunch today. Why don't you meet me at this local food truck spot over here?" And she was kind of hesitant at first. She's like, "A food truck?" You know, he was like, "I promise you, this food truck place has really great food. You won't be disappointed." So she was like, "Okay." But in the process, Candy did want to get a little cute. It is a little nifty outside, but it's not too nifty. It's not too cold. So of course she did her makeup and put on this little sundress, y'all. And then Mr. Derek is over here looking fine as ever, y'all. Derek cleans up pretty nice if you ask me. So Derek's, just kind of looking at her and admiring her. He just really loves the shade of her skin. So he's like, "So hey, what's going on? How's it been going? How's your day going?" What a goof. Looks like Candy just befriended a funny sim. So I love this because it sounds like Candy really loves his sense of humor. And so I would imagine Derek was like, "Yeah, you thought that I was going to bring you to some rinky dink place, but it turns out this place is pretty nice, isn't it?" And she's like, "Yeah, you know what, Derek, this place is pretty nice. I can't wait to taste the food though. So here is the little food truck or whatever. I did renovate this place or whatever. I got this food truck off of the gallery. Don't ask me where it's from. I have no idea. That was so long ago. But as far as like placing all of these chairs and stuff like that, I did place some of those and just kind of renovated or whatever like that. And then back here we have a nice little bathroom stall or whatever so that your Sims can go use the bathroom. Like, I love this little place. So it does function as a restaurant, which is great. So Derek loves coming to this food truck to grab a quick bite. He has brought Gia here a time or two. Let's go ahead and order for the table really quick. Derek is gonna grab a plum soda, or rather, I would consider this a grape soda. He loves a nice grape soda. And so Derek is gonna tell Candy like, "Hey, yo, the tacos here are so bomb." So we're gonna go with chicken tacos for Candy, some avocado shrimp tacos for Derek because he loves the avocado shrimp tacos. Those are his favorites. So they're just talking it up. He's like, "Oh, our strong friendship got me thinking about how we should. Oh no, can I move in with you?" Wait a minute, Derek. Slow down. Pump your brakes. This is just the first date. So I'm going to try to revise this message. So I'm going to assume that Derek is asking about her living arrangements, is asking like, "So do you like live by yourself? Do you have a roommate or anything like that?" And so Candy is like, "No, I don't have a roommate. I don't like living with other people. I like my own solitude." So she's like, "No, I don't think having a roommate is good for me, you know?" So yeah, I find that funny though that Sims are just so eager to move in with one another. Like, my goodness. And so the waiter's coming over here to take our order finally. So he's like, "Can you please get this young lady the finest chicken tacos y'all got?" He's like, "You're gonna love these tacos." There's been a couple of celebrities that have stopped by this food truck place and just rant and raved about it. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I've never heard about this place, but if the food is good, I might consider coming back." I feel like their conversation is feeling so effortless right now. Like, I'm not even having to interject anything. Like, they are just talking so smoothly. It seems like they're gaining sentiment so easily. I'm just gonna have Candy to kind of, like I said, just get to know him some more. Let's talk about, his taste in music. What is his interest? She's like, "So what type of music do you listen to?" He's like, "I like a little hip hop, a little soul, a little R&B. I do feel like it's only right, even though they're, they're kind of getting to know each other or whatever like that. I feel like right now would be a good time to kind of ask him like, "Hey, are you single? Like, what's a handsome guy like you living in San Myshuno? I'm sure you get tied up with another girl, right? Surely. And he's like, you know what? I'm not locked down. I mean, I've talked to, a few girls here and there, but it hasn't really turned into anything like, like a serious relationship or anything like that. No serious relationship. What does that mean? So she's like, so do you feel like you have like commitment issues or something? Like, what's going on? And so he's like, commitment issues? Nah, I think, I just work really hard. She's like, so do you let work get in the way of you building relationships? And he's like, I mean, not really. I do tend to spend my time. I think Candy's not really buying it. So he's just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Candy. I am talking to this one girl, but it's not really developing into anything serious. It's kind of like, oh, okay, I understand. Thanks for being transparent with me. He's like, yeah, but I mean, that's nothing to worry about, But Candy's like, hey, we're just getting to know each other as friends, maybe we can hang out a little bit more. Hey, I heard you became friends with Derek Duran. He's pretty cool. I feel like earlier, maybe Candy texted one of her friends, which was Kalia, and let her know, like, hey, I'm going out on a date with this guy or whatever. His name is Derek. I want to say Kalia is actually friends with Gia too, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely, because Kalia, which is another sim that lives in San Myshuno, she is in the Black Women in Tech Club, which is the same club that Gia is a part of. And so Kalia and Candy, they know each other because, like I said, they all live in San Myshuno. So of course they come into passing with one another. And Candy and Kalia have developed, some sort of friendship. So whenever Kalia mentioned that she's going on a lunch date with this guy named Derek or whatever, she's like, I know a Derek. I think Kalia is going to try to go into like further investigation. Like, is his name Derek such and such? So while we're at the table, this is what Kalia is texting us. So we're gonna just send her a text, and we're gonna be like, yeah, his name is Derek Duran. Why you asking me this, girl? Do you know him or something? She's like, I mean, I know a Derek or whatever, but I'm just trying to figure out if it's the same Derek that my homegirl also talks to. Candy's not trying to be rude or anything like that, but she's just like, let me text Kalia back and ask her, okay, can you get out? Listen, get out. Yes. Oh my gosh. Candy is getting a text message back from Kalia, and Kalia is just like, yeah, girl, I know Derek Duran. He is a lover boy. He is head over heels for my homegirl named Gia. Gia and Derek have been fooling around. They got something going on. I don't know if it's serious or not. So I'm going to assume that Candy's going to hold this information in the back of her head, but at the same time, she's like, hey, he's telling me that he's single. He's not tied down to anyone. And hey, Candy is single too herself. She's not tied down to anybody, so it doesn't affect her. Derek is a really good looking man. He is so handsome, and she's, enjoying his company. And since they've met each other the other day, she's just been getting this really good vibe from him. But at the same time, she's only known him less than 24 hours, you guys. So it is what it is. If Derek decides to hang out with her, beyond this lunch date, or contact her beyond this lunch date, she'll just see where it goes. Candy is around men all day anyway. Like I said, she's a dancer. Well, I need to stop saying dancer. She's an entertainer. So she's around men, all types, men that cheat, men that do all kinds of things. Like, you name it, she's seen it when it comes to men and how selfish they can be. So nothing surprises her. Okay, so like, we never got our food. Like, what is really going on here? Gosh, our friendship bar has just skyrocketed. We have amazing compatibility. It seems like even though Candy has known Derek for less than 24 hours, and I'm wondering if that's just the kind of charm that Derek actually possesses. Like, he's so calm and so chill to the point where he can get along with pretty much anybody. And that's why a lot of girls fall for him pretty quickly. I mean, he doesn't have a big head about it or whatever like that, but he knows that girls, like him. The fact that he could not bag Gia is just, I guess, biting at his ego a little bit, But also, he's never had a woman just play that hard to get. But I also feel like Derek is meeting his match when it comes to Candy, because like I said, Candy is pretty experienced in all types of personalities when it comes to dealing with men. And then, she does have her sex appeal. She has her appearance. She's a beautiful woman, Oh, there's our food. Freaking almost 8 hours later. So Derek is super excited about this food. So he's like, so let me know how these tacos taste or whatever. I did choose another meal for them. I got them some water instead. And they have just been sitting here talking all night, y'all. Like, they have not shut up since, and I feel like I can't shut up until they shut up. But I'm just gonna let them eat and enjoy the night view. Maybe we'll go on a nice little night stroll or something. And so he's like, so what do you think about the tacos? Are you gonna come here again? And she's like, heck yeah, the tacos were really good, Derek. This is a nice place for you to recommend. Thank you for bringing me out here and introducing me to this food truck. It's real good. Yes, I love the fact that she's just feeling really goofy, really playful with Derek. And so she's also texting Kalia and just like, your friend is gonna have some competition, girl, because Derek is so fun and I'm not letting him loose. Okay, I'm just gonna have these two to walk around the city. I'm gonna pretend like they're talking to one another, even though they can't walk and talk, which I really wish was actually a thing in The Sims 4. She's continuing to text Kalia. And Kalia is like, okay, girl, like I said, tread carefully. I don't want you to get, your feelings all involved. And he decides to, really start talking to Gio or whatever. She's just like, oh my gosh, it feels so good out here. And he's like, you sure you're not cold or anything like that? Do you need my shirt? And she's like, I am fine, Derek, but thank you so much for offering. He's like, yeah, no problem. And so she's like, so do you gotta go work tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I gotta go work tomorrow, but I do work hybrid. Some days I work from home. She's like, oh, cool, that's nice. And so he was like, so you said you were an entrepreneur, like, what do you do again, you said? She's like, oh, I do hair. He's like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's nice. And he's like, your hair is really nice. He's like, whatever, Derek, I don't even have any hair. He's like, no, really, I love your hair. It's like really cool. He's like, your hair really just brings out your features. And she's like, oh, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. But are you sure you're not being funny right now? He's like, Candy, I'm not being funny. And so he's like, so have you done any celebrities' hair or anything like that? And she's just like, yeah, no, I haven't done any celebrity hairs per se. But I have done, maybe some TikTok famous people and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Let me know if you need any pointers on getting, your social media up and going even more. I know a bunch of apps and stuff that you can use, to like edit videos and help boost your SEO. Is that what it's called, y'all? SEO? And she's like, oh, so you're a real tech nerd, aren't you? He's like, yeah, I kind of am a tech nerd. She's like, that's cool. I like tech nerds. But y'all, when I say these two will not shut up talking, they will not shut up talking. Okay, you better work it then. You better work it. Oh, okay. Turn up, Lucky. Yes, turn up, girl. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Candy is feeling a little embarrassed. She's like, oh, who in the heck was that? Derek is over here just laughing. So now I feel like they have a nice little inside joke right now. He's like, okay, that was really awkward, wasn't it, Candy? She's like, yeah, that was very awkward. Let me not even play Miss Lucky Williams like that, y'all. Miss Lucky Williams, let's go over here. Miss Lucky Williams is that girl, okay? Yes, ma'am. She is that girl. You better walk, Miss Lucky. You better walk that walk. I'm gonna introduce Miss Lucky Williams at another time. So anyways, these two have just been talking, y'all. I'm gonna have Derek to go over here and give Candy a nice big hug, and he's gonna be like, yep, it was really nice meeting with you out here. He is so tall, y'all. Like, look at him having to crouch down a little bit just to hug Candy, and Candy is almost trying to be on her tippy toes just to give him a hug. And so she's like, thank you again, Derek, for this night. It was great. And he's like, good. Well, I'm gonna text you later. How about that? And maybe we can catch lunch again. And she's like, oh, heck yeah. I'm all for catching lunch again, or maybe dinner. He's like, yeah, I think dinner would be great. Derek is gonna head on home, and yo, he's feeling very, very flirty right now. She kind of has butterflies in her stomach. No man has really just made her feel like she has butterflies in her stomach. To Miss Lucky Williams, I feel like Miss Lucky Williams recognizes Candy from Sims Talk. It's like, hey Candy, I saw you earlier, but hi, how are you? She's like, oh, hey. And so Candy is going to actually ask Miss Lucky for a selfie. She's like, oh my gosh, I love you. Like, I watch you on TV all the time. She's like, oh my gosh, thank you. She's like, you look familiar too. Are you like that girl on Instagram? She's like, oh my gosh, let's get a picture together. She's like, oh my gosh, it looks really great. And so they're just gonna kind of exchange contact info. She's like, can you follow me on Instagram? You know, maybe one day I might need my hair done, girl. And she's like, oh my gosh, Candy, it would be a pleasure to do your hair. Like, can I also have your autograph? Do you mind, please? And Lucky is like, girl, of course you can have my autograph. No biggie. Here you go, girl. I got you covered. She's like, oh my gosh, I am really fangirling over here. I'm gonna have Miss Candy to go ahead and head on home. She is on like cloud nine. She got to meet her favorite celebrity and she went out on a nice lunch date that kind of feels like a real date, you guys. Yes, but Candy is on top of the world right now.